Hey, this is Tony Tomanek, and
Sherry Spencer.
it's my favorite time of year. It's Christmas, and we're going to talk about the joys of Christmas and presents and Santa. And right, Sherry, this is our Christmas recording.
That's right. And you know what? We are really lucky these days because for us, this is a jolly happy time.
Yes,
right?
yes. I mean, everybody has a different gear, if you will, and they get into the kindness of Christmas, so to speak. Yep.
But let's talk about Christmas of yore.
Your Christmas?
No, Y-O-R-E.
Oh.
Ago. Christmases of ago. Because take a look at this picture. This is an early Victorian family having a rollicking good time gathered around their Christmas tree. Look at those faces.
They don't look very happy.
Not seeing any Christmas cheer, are we?
No, unless they need some more nog in their eggnog, if you will.
That might do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they had good reason for those dour looks at Christmas time.
Why?
Christmas can have a little bit of a creepy overtone to it.
No, Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah, well, he is now. But you know, way back in the day, you know who was coming?
Easter Bunny.
Krampus.
Krampus?
Krampus.
Where the heck is Krampus?
A scary, devilish looking guy who was kind of the yin and yang of Santa and Santa's counterpart.
So it's naughty or nice kind of a...
Yeah, good guy, bad cop kind of thing.
What happened to Krampus? Did somebody do him in?
No, Krampus used to do others in.
What?
Yeah, Krampus. He would come around on Krampus night on December 5th, and he would go around looking for the bad little children.
Well, and he never came to my house, so I must have been good.
Well, that or you weren't German, because you know Krampus is of German derivation.
Those Germans.
Yeah, those Germans.
So keep going. Tell me more.
Okay, so Krampus was a demonic-looking creature, very frightening looking. You remember when you were little and you used to be afraid of the monster under the bed?
Oh yeah, in fact, yep. I would lay on my side and be afraid to move because I knew somebody was going to stab me up through the mattress. That's true story.
Imagine Krampus coming on Krampus night and trying to look under your bed, see if Krampus was there. Because if he caught you, he stuffed you into a sack and took you away for a whole year. And you had to live in his lair with him in hell.
Get out of here.
Krampus wasn't a nice guy.
I'm glad that Santa kicked in and kicked Krampus out, so to speak.
Yeah, well, Krampus, you know, he came from the European Alpine region, and there was a Saint Nicholas too.
Yes, he was a good guy. Saint Nicholas of Myra, the original gift giver.
Yeah, exactly. He was the nice guy. He brought gifts for children, you know, the good children.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Krampus, who would come and bring a switch for the bad children.
Well, I need to remember this so when my granddaughter comes over, of course she's a little bit older now, but I could give her a present or a switch.
Oh, well, I think now it's coal in the stocking, but you know, back then it was the switch in the shoe.
I mean, that's pretty bizarre, Sherry.
So who came up with this fiendish notion? The Germans. And Krampus, the word Krampus, the name, comes from the German word meaning claw. Krampen, a claw.
I knew a professional wrestler named the Claw.
Ooh.
Another story.
He was like Krampus's grandson.
Maybe.
So December 5th was Krampusnacht. I can't speak German,
but is German for night, right?
Very good. Very good. Krampus night. And December 5th was St. Nicholas Day. So the little German children would put out their boots or shoes and see what they'd get. And if you were good that year, you know, you'd get a little something nice, a little present. And if you were bad, you would get...
Wait a minute. I don't want to know. What did you get?
A whipping switch.
Ay, ay, ay. So did they get like fruit and stuff like that in their shoes?
I think so. I think oranges were a coveted treat.
Yeah, I could dig oranges.
Yeah, better than a whipping switch.
Yeah, no kidding.
Unless you're going to use it to make whipping cream and then put that on something, and that could be
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, yep.
But I don't think that was the idea there.
No, I don't either. No.
So, you know, it's bad enough that they were telling children this story about Krampus and what would happen to you if you'd been bad during the year, but they celebrated Krampus with greeting cards.
They had Krampus cards?
They had Krampus cards.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how did they look?
Well, you know, you had the fiendish, devilish dancing guy. And then that got even more twisted because then they would send, and I'm going to start blaming the Victorians now, okay? They would send Christmas cards with Santa, not Krampus, but Santa stuffing children into his sack. Who do you trust?
Honestly. And no wonder these kids were in bed early that night. They were afraid something, you know.
Now, I was going to say I'd be up all night because I'd be afraid of what was coming for me and I want to be able to hide when.
Yeah, I'd be in bed with my mom and dad probably. That was my favorite place to go.
Wouldn't you think all the kids would be?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what happened to Krampus. Mom and dad probably got, wait a minute, if they're going to be in bed with us, we need to kill this Krampus guy off.
Yeah. Yeah. So some peculiar children even seem to take a bizarre delight in owning some sort of a Krampus looking doll. And there's another greeting card with a little girl hugging her Krampus doll.
Oh my gosh.
Want to cuddle up to that at night?
No. Honestly, that's frightening. It is absolutely frightening.
And, you know, while Avon Lake children enjoyed photos in goat carts, we talked about that already.
Oh, yeah, the goat carts.
Yeah. Well, Victorians used goats, well-dressed pigs, and even bats and bees to terrify young children on their greeting cards.
Why? I mean, it's bizarre to me, you know, that I guess, I mean, times have changed, you know what I'm saying?
Thank goodness, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the jolly old elf, not the devilish looking Krampus.
Or the nasty looking stinging bee.
Yes.
The
Yes.
stinging bee.
Murder hornets. That's what they were. Murder hornets.
Oh, the precursors too.
Yes, we could get murder hornet cards.
Why didn't I think of that?
Because you're not as brilliant as I.
Well, this is true. So, you know, the adult Christmas greeting cards weren't much better. Bizarre humor and bespectacled vegetables graced those cards.
What?
Yeah, interesting seasonal salutations.
So what would you have, like a rutabaga with glasses?
Sure. And a pig all dressed up in a nice overcoat. Greeting the recipient of that card.
It blows me away. There's so many, you know what? It's interesting because when you tell us about stuff we were unfamiliar with, it makes me wonder what else is lurking in the past, you know?
Or in the future.
Or in the future. Yeah, maybe someday they're going to look back and go, they had this guy in a red suit.
And murder hornets.
Yeah, and murder hornets. And he showed up and did this thing. And you know, 120 years from now, they're going to be going, they did what?
Well, but you know, thankfully, the worst that could befall us is now a lump of coal in our stocking.
Yes.
Sure beats a sack of creepy vegetables with spectacles.
Well, there's a lot of things to be thankful for. And I you know, every day, you know, the sun's shining, it's a beautiful day. And one of the things I'm probably now realizing I should be very thankful for is I outlived Krampus. But don't some people still celebrate that, or is that completely gone by the wayside?
Well, I don't know, but you know what? I will be circumspect and not ask you how you celebrated your house.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not celebrating Krampus here. We're not. I love Santa Claus, and I love, all that comes with that. And I'm sorry that I met you and you had to share with me this dark Krampus food.
Tell you what, I'll make it up to you.
Okay.
Let's go pour ourselves a glass of eggnog and have a toast. The disappearance of Krampus.
That's right. That's right. Here's to, wait a minute. Here's to Santa and not Krampa. Well, everybody, Sherry and I wish you the merriest Christmas of all, and looking forward to a 2021 that is spectacular. So for right now, it's Tony Tominick and
Jerry Spencer
saying have a very Merry Christmas, and to all a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Every Sunday morning after church, my daddy piled us in the car. Me and my brothers in the back. He'd turn on the game and catch the play-by-play coming from the park. Mama opened up a map. We never had a clue about where we were going. She'd smile and say half the fun is